Crafters, this is Raquel from Paints and Glitter. I'm here today with Tonic Studios Twinkling Traditions die set and the Twinkling Traditions 12x12 papers. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and we'll go through it and I'll share a couple of projects with you. Our 43 dies here. There's this really large leaf portion here that is really beautiful, and then the centers are actually individual. So if you don't want to cut those into that background, you don't have to. You can certainly cut one as a solid and then cut a second one to layer on top that you then can cut those little details into. So that's really neat. Then there are these two different size baubles or ornaments, as we call them here in the US. There are layers that are solid for them, as you see here, and then there's this more intricate layer that you can use to cut into the background. So those are really neat. There's more greenery here and they're different sizes, and then I really like this one little sprig over here. But along with that, there is a poinsettia. There's a portion here or a die to cut the centers of it, and there are some smaller little flowers over here. There's also this bow, and along with that bow there are little pieces here for the tails, so that if you want to change those, you can cut into the background with whether it be this pattern here, which is a little bit of a polka dot, or a plaid, and then the tails have the same option there. Really neat. There's the smaller little bow here, and then there are little accessories such as the topper for the ornament that you can use. Then there are also these circles over here in the corner, which can work definitely as another little ornament if you choose to use it that way. And here's another little chain, for instance, so if you want to make it like a hanging ornament. And there are other little elements like little stars and little phrases. So for instance, there's this sentiment here as a very thin little tag. It says Merry Christmas, and you can definitely also cut it as a solid. And over here, there's the script that says Merry Christmas. There's also the center of a bow here, of the bow there, and some berries that you can use with your holly. Very, very pretty set. I think it's really full, just so full of detail, and I love that about Tonic Studios. Now, as far as the 12x12 paper is concerned, it's absolutely darling. It's called Twinkling Traditions, and it does come with 18 sheets of 200 GSM cardstock. There's 2 each of 9 double-sided designs, and they are also containing the 28 tags and stamps that you can use with the tags and stamps die set. That is a separate set of dies that you can already get from Tonic Studios. I'll go ahead and link it below if you're interested. And with that die set, you can cut these images, which are now a standard for Tonic Studios when they release a paper collection, because you can create the layers for different tags, and we all love making tags. They're so pretty though. I love that there are these different little images, kind of like a little peekaboo into scenes there. And then with the dies that I just mentioned, you can also cut these, and they do have a border that resembles a postage stamp. So if you're like me and you like to decorate, for instance, the envelope in which you send a card, you can definitely do that with these, and it makes it look super pretty. And let's get into the other designs. There's this one here with a little gift boxes and stockings, and also some little ornaments here and there. And they all have that ivy color. Oh, and there's little candy canes also. Super cute. Very pretty. The back has a white on red polka dot, and it's a really traditional red is the one thing I'll say about that. Very pretty. Then there's this scene here. It has a script in the background with a very subtle beige, and then there is also some decor here on the edges. There's the greenery with all of those little ornaments hanging down with the ivy, just like the die I mentioned. And then down here is the scene with the buck and the little doe, and also the poinsettia with all the pines in the background. Very, very pretty. And on the back of that, it is all holly and berries and lots of little stars. I really love how they combine those 2 different types of designs on that paper. Then there's a traditional poinsettia. This is gorgeous. The colors are so vibrant. I really like that. And there are also tiny little stars throughout. And the back of that is a very pretty green gingham. We can all use a gingham paper. This one has a little village scene. It's got the little houses and it has the little red truck. So if you remember last year, you will absolutely love this kind of paper with these scenes with the houses and the trucks and all of that. It's just so pretty. So what I really like about this, however, is that there's a subtle light gray plaid in the background. So that makes this very different from other papers. It's so cute. Then there is this window pane check background with the red and white, also very traditional. Here is the little robin. It's so cute. And of course this just makes a really beautiful background with all of those beautiful traditional Christmas colors. And if you like a cardinal, then here it is. And of course a lot of us love to decorate with cardinals, especially for the Christmas season. I happen to be one of those people, so I love that that's included as well. And look at this one. This is quite unique. So here we have a bell. It has a little hanging tag with a Merry Christmas. This one has the buck with the greenery with a gold bauble underneath. And then this one has the star. And this here reads peace, joy, and love. How pretty. And I like that there's a little subtle plaid in the background and also music notes, and then the greenery as a border both on the top and on the bottom of that paper. This is gorgeous. The back of this is perfect for those who like to make a 12 by 12 scrapbook album. You have plenty of space here for photos in the center, and then you have the pine cones as a little decor here on the two opposite corners, and that wood green background. It's gorgeous. I really like that. This looks like corrugated cardboard and it has red stars throughout. This is really neat. Also with that nice visual texture. And if you turn that around, it's got the buck there with all of that pattern and little green stars in the background. Then there is this collection here of Christmas trees with the Merry Christmas. I love that it says that, and I like that it's the green and white with just a subtle little green shadow as if it were watercolors. And then it has little stars throughout the background sprinkled on there. And this one has the tan plaid background, and then it has the holly, the poinsettias, and pine cones as a border on the top and on the bottom. Next, there's this one with little strips, and you could definitely cut them out individually if you wanted to create borders. And I really like that it has the stripes in different colors, green and red, and they do say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And then there are little stars in between those sentiments, and also all of the baubles are red and white. However, they do have different textures there with the designs being different. So there's a little polka dots, snowflakes, and stars. Really pretty. Ooh, and look at this one. Just little Christmas trees all over, but some of them are just in that little watercolor style, and the others do have the red little baubles. And then there's again that theme of stars in the background, and they're all in a very light kind of lime green. And then the papers repeat themselves, so you have plenty here to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting and create some cards with you. So I'll be right back when I have that all ready. To begin with our first card that I'll be making, as you can see here, I have cut out several pieces from the die set collection. I'm starting off with the sentiment that says Merry Christmas, and what I've done is cut it out in two different colors. So this is a great way to have a drop shadow on a die. And I decided to create 3 cards today, so this is going to be the more elaborate one with all of the shiny papers, all of the mirror card, of course, you can get from Tonic Studios. And as you see here from the designer paper, what I've done is I've cut out a square and then added a frame on the outer border with some mirror card that matches. And what I've done from the die set, the Twinkling Traditions, is that I've cut out the poinsettias in red mirror card, and I've added the centers to all three poinsettias in different gold colors. So all three of those are a different cardstock, and I did place all of the elements on top of the paper. However, I'm going to move them now out of the way so that you can see here that I've used the papers there and cut out just that frame of that mirror card so that I wouldn't waste the inner portion. And all you have to do is place that on your paper cutter and place the blade in the area on the inner border of the square, and that makes it super easy. But back to the die cuts, I think this is the type of collection that works really well with others that you may already have. But of course, here adding these layers is going to make this card look super fancy. So I went ahead and added different contrasts by changing up the colors of the green in all of the leaves and the greenery, and also adding different colors of gold in the centers of the poinsettias. So here's that little frond or little element that I had pointed out earlier that I really liked, and I decided to omit the red berries that you could place on top because I thought there was plenty of red on this already. But the other thing, of course, that you can do is cut them down, and that's what I did for that third poinsettia. And then with the smaller little flowers, I just added them as a little sprinkle, and that's the result. I hope you like it. For the second card, I did take a card base from Tonic Studios. It is 5x7, and as you can see here, I've taken that designer paper and cut an aperture right in the center using an oval die, and that also is what I did to the front part of the card base. So matching those two ovals, now I'll be able to create a card with that center aperture here, and as you see here, now it's just a matter of matching the paper to the front of the card base. And Tonic Studios does provide different sizes of these card bases. For instance, that first card you just saw me make was the square card bases available, and they also come with their own envelopes, so that's really great. And this one, of course, is the 5x7. So what I decided to do here was to use the Scarlet Color Diamond Glitter Chic papers from Harmony Paper. And these are available also from Tonic Studios, and that's how I created this little oval here that's going to cover that raw edge for the most part. And then I did take another piece of craft card in another color red, and here I'm just placing it right over the aperture, and then I close the card. It makes it a whole lot easier to apply this centered on the inside of the card. And this one's going to feature one of the baubles, so I've cut that out of this beautiful green mirror card. And I'll have the names of all of these in the description bar of this video, but I also planned this out first, so I'm going to be placing the little cardinal as a center of that little bauble, and I decided to also add that gorgeous bow to decorate the top portion of this card. So I'll explain what I did here. First of all, I'm layering this bow, and there are the dies I mentioned earlier that will cut into the paper, and you have the option of a polka dot bow or a plaid one. I decided to use the plaid, and I love that there are two options on here. But once you've layered your papers, you definitely want to shape that once more with your bone folder or your paper creaser, and then take advantage of any tweezers you may have just to hold that paper for you while it dries. And what's really unique about this bow, aside from the decorative layers, is the fact that the tails are separate, which I think is wonderful because then you can position them as you like. There's also a center portion, which I had forgotten to cut, but here really quickly, you just layer that right in the center of that bow and pull it as if it were a tight corset around the waist, and then allow that to dry, and make sure you take advantage of any tweezers because it's very fiddly in the center there. Now what I did is I added an actual ribbon to the center of that little bauble to string it up onto the oval of the card, and then I'm topping it off with that bow. So I did use Craft Perfect double-sided adhesive, and then I topped it off with some drops of Nuvo Deluxe adhesive so that it would dry nice and firm there. It's a really good adhesive. And by the way, right now, you can get the My Sweet Petunia Precision Press applicator and that is what I use here, if you notice, for my adhesive, and I highly recommend it. So that's available now from Tonic UK, so be sure to take a peek at that. So I did go ahead and adorn that ribbon also with the extra little die cut, but there's the inside. You could definitely cover that up if you wanted to, but now we have two different styles of cards here that you could easily make with this collection. This third one is a little more simple, but just as effective as the other ones. I've taken the paper that looks like the corrugated cardboard with the little stars and just added a green matte layer right behind it. And this card does measure 4 1/4 by 5.5. This is the typical size here in the US, which is smaller, but you can still make it a really cute card. And I've cut out the round bauble there, added the little elements that you can use to make it look as if it's hanging from a tree. And that's that little chain that I did cut out in gold glitter card. I'm wrapping that around the back of that matting layer. And now I'm adding that right on the front to layer over that little chain. Then I've taken a thin piece of ribbon, it's 3 millimeters wide, and using the smallest tag available in this die set that does say Merry Christmas once you run the sentiment through it, then I just wrapped that ribbon along the edge so that it would wrap behind the card, and then using that double-sided adhesive I was able to tack that down. This is going to go on the base, which is 4 1/4 by 5.5, and it's top folding. I was able to create that base with ivory card from Tonic Studios, which is 300 GSM and quite substantial. So if you're a new card maker, be sure to make your bases out of sturdy paper. And with the small star die that does cut 3 different sizes, I created this darling little card. This completes my card making tutorial, and I wanted to share with you that the reason I shared 3 different styles of cards is because, of course, if you're a more advanced crafter, you may like a more elaborate card. If you like a kinetic card, then this may be right up your alley. And if you just like to make cards in batches, or maybe want to introduce a friend into card making, this is a super easy and simple card to make with friends. I also did make a 3D project with this paper. I think it's absolutely darling. This was the chapeau box that did sell out by the time this video is being edited from Tonic Studios. However, the notify me button is still there as of today. So if you want to take a peek at it on the website, then be sure to click on that if you've missed out, and you may be able to still get a hold of this if it's made available one more time. On the inside, I did use some glitter card, and that's what I've used on this card as well. So I wanted to introduce you to this if you haven't already seen it. It's also from Tonic Studios. It is from Harmony Paper, and it is 230 GSM or 85-pound paper. It doesn't shed, and it does come in a variety of colors. So if you're in need of any papers to coordinate with this collection, that's going to be a really pretty red. And I just had a lot of fun with this. Of course, there's so much more you can make with this collection, but there's a lot coming your way on this channel as well for Tonic Studios on this month of July. I invite you to go ahead and use the links in the description bar below. Let me know if you have any questions and leave me a comment. I'd love to read them. And as I always say, I do hope that you can be inspired and be blessed. And I thank you so much for watching.